What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn, issue number 1 one-shot. Having a whole slew on this creative team, we are getting multiple different stories. From Raven to Firestorm to The Question, we are seeing really what DC is laying the landscape for moving forward. What stories might be told, what we can anticipate to see in the near future. And I, for one, am super excited to see what is in store for Firestorm specifically. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we are picking up with Gotham's commissioner. Right now there has been a slew of some kind of murders going on. Somebody is out here, they are murdering people, they are going on a serial killing rampage. The only problem, this person has disappeared. As the commissioner tries to talk to her detectives, tries to figure out where this individual might have gone. Commissioner Montoya finds herself very much aggravated with the fact that nobody can figure this out. You add on top of this the fact that the Lazarus rain has been falling for days. There are much bigger problems at play, and that's saying a lot considering this guy is a serial killer. But there are college kids missing, and so the detectives, they go out, they investigate, they try to figure out what is happening. That is what takes us to Newton's Raceway. They found a body, something that looks like it had been mauled by an animal, ripped to pieces, eaten up. This is just an absolute bloodbath. So Montoya, when she goes home, she decides that it is time to finally do it. She gets that hat out of her closet, and she becomes the Question. She goes to investigate, to figure out exactly what has been going on. The city is speaking to her, investigating Elroy's apartment. This only gives more questions because it appears that he has been gone for a long time. But she finds a key. This key leads her to a storage unit. When she gets there and opens it up, she finds the missing kids, the missing college students. And that is where Mr. Elroy comes in from behind her. Some kind of hideous monster. The Lazarus rain turned him into this. As the Question goes to try and stop him, tries to figure out the situation, she finds herself overwhelmed. But one of those college students, he grabbed the gun when she dropped it, almost like a cattle prod, punching it into this monster. It finally puts him down. And so the murder has been solved. Going into work the next day, the detectives let us know that it was all taken care of, that everything has been wrapped up, the right man is now in prison. What this story is telling us is that Montoya, while she has been commissioner and portrayed as nothing more than commissioner for quite some time now, she has not put on that hat to be the Question in a while. But it looks like that may be changing here moving forward. That is what takes us over to Raven. We have Raven and Beast Boy making their way through this treacherous land. Just recently, there are 3 newly activated half-demons. Raven knows that this is the work of her father. She wants to get to these men before it is too late, to get to them before Trigon gets the opportunity. That is what brings us up to a church. The police saying that there are demon kids held up inside of there. Now, Raven believes that they came to church to try and be saved, to have some kind of exorcism. Because when you are taken over by the devil, where else would you go but a church? With Beast Boy sitting on the outside pulling guard, Raven goes inside to find that the priest is being controlled. These boys, the half-demons, they are trying to get him to do an exorcism. They want to be saved. Raven stopping the boys from hurting the priest, trying to talk to them, trying to level with them, trying to let them know that everything is going to be okay. And so while they agree to go with her, when they step outside, they see that Beast Boy has murdered everybody. Because this was not Beast Boy, this was Trigon. Trigon throwing her through a portal, taking the two boys that were following Raven and killing them on the spot. But this is when he goes inside the church to see that one of the boys is still there, one of them that did not follow Raven. This is the kind of demon he wants. This is the kind of son that he wants. Letting this individual know, his name being Liam, letting Liam know that he is his father, to take his hand because he is very special, and this is about to be a terrific start. That is what takes us to Firestorm. Firestorm making his way through the sky. That is when the Lazarus rain comes pouring down. As he argues with Stein, they have this argument, but then there is an explosion. We see that Professor Stein and Ronnie, they have been separated. Whatever this rain is, it is causing something to happen with the Firestorm Matrix. Not fully understanding what this is, that is what takes us to a few days later. A giant crater. The team from Star Labs and Dr. Ramirez, they have come in to investigate, to see what the cause of all this is. But as the team does their investigation, that is where we have a shadow demon coming out and attacking them. Ronnie saying that they have to stop this thing, that this somehow must have leaked into their universe when Ronnie had exploded as Firestorm. Throwing a rock at the shadow demon, he turns to Dr. Ramirez, letting him know that they have no other choice but to come together, that it could kill both of them, but the shadow demon will for sure kill them regardless. With the two of them becoming one, they see the rip in their universe. Firestorm going in to battle the shadow demon, finding himself pretty outmatched by it. This is when the doctor, he proposes an idea, using a pinning trap. This will allow them to catch him and throw him back into his universe. And so boxing him up, throwing him through that rip and closing the rip up, Dr. Ramirez cannot help but say how remarkable these powers are, with Ronnie going on to say that he doesn't believe that their work is done. He can feel more rifts that are opening up, which means there are gonna be more shadow demons. That together, they are gonna have to take this down, as they separate themselves, at least for the time being. This is where we see Dr. Ramirez has severely aged up as they reform. Ronnie is thinking that this has to do with something with the Firestorm Matrix, that it must be broken and it is stealing time from them, because this is exactly what happened to Professor Stein. And that is where we see him severely aged up, looking like he is 90 years old in a hospital bed. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I really thought Lazarus Planet was going to be some kind of big event, but really, what we're getting is a series of anthology stories. This is setting the groundwork for everything that is yet to come with the dawn of DC. Their new initiatives spanning over the course of the next year. We are gonna see a bunch of new titles, and Lazarus Planet has been DC's opportunity to really show us what we are in store for, to show us what is yet to come, and what we can be most anticipated to see. So far, these stories look very promising. I am very excited to see what DC has in store this year. No, I'm really hoping that this is a turnaround point. I have been a DC fan ever since I was a little kid, and I'm hoping, I am praying that this is their opportunity to really give us these amazing stories and show us what they are truly capable of writing, to remind us all why we love DC Comics so much. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with this story, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Lazarus Planet. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers. from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do any of that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.